Welcome back to Brad Pitt Career Mode on F125. Today we're back for Season 2, Episode number 5, at one of my favorite tracks of the year, Jeddah. It's been quite a while since we've done any durability upgrades, so we'll do an ICE upgrade, try to avoid any engine penalties later in the season. Okay, we got a couple parts to develop for aero upgrades, but that is pretty much all we can do. There we go, so we finally have equal upgrades on Fernando's car. We're in equal machinery, finally. So we might see Fernando start fighting more towards the front. I mean, he's been placing like P5 every race, so we might see him in the podium position soon. Alright, well, nothing else we can do for upgrades, so into the race weekend we go. I'm hoping it's a good one. I have to say, this is one of my favorite tracks on the calendar. It's super satisfying when you nail a lap around here, and I feel like it makes for pretty good racing. There's a lot of DRS zones, and there's not a lot of room for mistakes. Obviously a street circuit, one of the fastest street circuits on the calendar. So we might see a safety car here. That's always a possibility in Jeddah. The car setup is feeling pretty good so far as well. I definitely think we're gonna have some decent pace around here. The RedBulls are technically faster at the moment in the performance index. So we might see some more fighting with Verstappen and maybe Piastri as well. But hopefully, Fernando can get in the mix, and we can shoot for a good team result here. All right, well, into qualifying we go. This is probably my favorite qualifying session of the year. It's just really fun around this track. First lap in Q1, purple in the first two sectors, and we go fastest in the session. So we probably don't need another lap. There we go, easy peasy. Through to Q2. Okay, first lap here on the old set of tires, no purple sectors. And we set a 127.9. Here we go, 2 seconds of improvement up to the line. Purple in the first two sectors. Absolute banger of a lap right there. And that shoots us right up to the top spots in Q2. On to Q3. Here we go for a bit of a benchmark time. We still go purple in the second sector, even with the old set of tires. It's a 126.6. So we should be able to improve by a lot. All right, here we go. We need to absolutely lock in. Need a banger of a lap here. Pole position would be absolutely fantastic. Let's see what we can do. Just one corner to go. We gotta make sure we don't Verstappen it into the wall here. Looking nice around the final corner. Purple in the first two sectors. Almost a second of improvement. DRS enabled up to the line. It's a 125.8, I think, and that puts us in second place. Just shy of pole position. But that was a fantastic lap. Oh, we just missed out. Not even a 10th to Verstappen. Oh man, Fernando's way down the order. Oh boy. Alright, I guess they want us on a one-stop here. Mediums to hards. I think we'll bring in the mediums by one lap for the pit window. I don't know how bad the tire wear is going to be. I guess we'll find out. Here we go. Starting right alongside our championship rival, Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. 25 laps to go around Jeddah. 5 red lights are coming on, and we are racing around Saudi Arabia. We get a good start off the line. Verstappen tries to cover us off, but we've got the run into the first corner on the inside, still side by side with Verstappen, but we can pull away on the exit and take first place. Absolutely perfect race start right there. Could not have asked for much better. The beginning of the race is always the best opportunity to try to create a gap to the cars behind. We're going to dump the battery here, see if we can separate from Verstappen, but it's going to be difficult to break away from this guy. Just over a second clear to Verstappen behind. DRS is enabled on this next lap though, so we got to try to keep him outside of that range. He's just barely within DRS. It's I don't think it's worth dumping the battery to try to keep him out, because we're going to have absolutely nothing left if he does catch up. I think he just has the pace here. We're going to have to fight him. Yeah, we're definitely going to see a move from Max Verstappen into turn 1 on lap 3. We've got a bit of battery to fight this with, but Verstappen will have the DRS and the slipstream down the straight. Here he comes. He's gaining on us into turn 1. We're keeping the inside line side by side with the Red Bull into the first corner, and we can just squeeze him out around turn 2 and keep first place. This is going to be a lot of fighting, especially with so many DRS zones around this track. Yeah, here he comes again. I think what we're going to do is let him by before we get to this final corner, and then we'll be behind by the time we get to the DRS detection line. So letting Verstappen go, and we're going to play some games here with the DRS. We've got battery as well, slipstream and the DRS, so we can absolutely breeze past Verstappen down the straight into turn 1 and back into first place. So that seems like the best strategy around this track. That's a really hot overtaking zone. So if we can do that over and over, we should be good. Yeah, both of us are running away from the rest of the field, so we gotta make sure we're saving as much battery as we can, just in case he slips away. Yeah, we're gonna do the exact same thing here. Let Verstappen pass us before the final corner. We'll take the DRS for the main straight. There goes the Red Bull around the outside, and we've got plenty of battery. And as long as we have a good run through this corner, which we do, a good exit, slipstream, battery, and DRS down the main straight, and we can get this guy back very quickly. Gonna switch to the outside, on to lap 6, and staying in first place, closing the door a little bit on the Red Bull. But right now, this is comfortable. Well, I guess we can do this all race long. We're gonna let Verstappen go yet again, and we'll get him back into turn 1. Oh my god, we are absolutely flying. We're gonna switch to the inside. Nothing Verstappen can do about a move like that. And back into first place. Nice and easy. This is a good strategy to use here. The only concern at the moment is the tire wear. It's starting to feel, especially through this section, like the tires are starting to fall off. We're having to lift into that section. Yeah, we got 45% on the front right. So it is almost time to consider a pit stop. I believe our window opens on lap 11. So just a couple laps. Every race so far this year, the Red Bull has had better tire wear than us. We're having to brake a little bit harder to avoid understeer on the front end. If Verstappen's tires are in better shape by the end of this race, we might be in a bit of trouble, but for right now, this strategy of letting him go before the straight is working out pretty well. Here we go, we should be well ahead of the Red Bull before we get to the braking zone. Switching to the outside line and on to lap 11 in first place. So our pit window is now open. I just don't know if we should extend another lap on the mediums or if we should go in this lap. I can't tell. Ah, man. Yeah, 55% on the front right. That is definitely not good. These tires are going to start to fall off pretty soon here. I don't know if it's worth going another lap. I don't know how good Verstappen's tires are. I think maybe we stay out one more lap. We'll let Verstappen by into the final corner, as we've been doing. And we'll have DRS, we'll pass him, and then maybe dump the battery on the next lap and try to stay ahead of Verstappen, but he spins into the final corner. We're definitely coming in this lap. That might be a safety car. Absolutely perfect timing. It's very rare you see a mistake like that from Verstappen, and it is a safety car. So this just worked out absolutely perfectly. Oh my god. All right, well, no pressure at all for the Brad Pitt crew, pitting under the safety car. Nice and easy onto the hards. And away we go. So we'll be down the order a bit, but I'm sure we'll see the rest of the field into the pit lane. The timing of that was absolutely insane. Verstappen made the decision for us. We didn't know if we should pit or not. And that made it a very quick decision. You never see a mistake like that from Verstappen. That's going to absolutely destroy his race. And would you look at that? The rest of the field has pitted, and our teammate is in second place. We're running 1-2 right now in Saudi Arabia. This is fantastic. All right, safety car in this lap. Piastri is in third place, so I'm wondering if we're gonna have to end up playing the team game at some point in this race to drag Fernando along. But here we go, we're gonna punch it down the straight, battery enabled, and we should have a pretty good jump on the cars behind. But I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of pace from the rest of the field. Everyone is on brand new tires, so I don't think we're really going to be running away. Yeah, Fernando is gaining on us, but I don't think it's worth letting him by like we've done with Max Verstappen over and over, because there is no DRS on this lap. So we're going to have to fight this out the old-fashioned way. Fernando in the slipstream. We're spamming the battery down the straight. He's gaining on us. We're going to be side by side into turn 1, but it's a safety car out of absolutely nowhere. And that's a red flag. What? What happened? Oh my god, again, the timing is crazy. Okay, red flag. That was unexpected. We've got 8 laps to go. So yeah, I guess we throw on the softs. I'm not sure how well the softs will hold on by the end of the race, but I don't think it's worth putting on mediums. So I guess we'll just find out how this goes. But okay, we're getting thrown right back into it. 5 red lights are on, and we are restarting the race with 8 laps to go. We've got a couple cars up the inside here. It's Piastri with a great run into the first corner. We go super wide, and Piastri takes first place. Also on the softs. That was an absolutely terrible restart from us right there. That was awful. We've been in full control of this race up until now, so I want to get past this guy as soon as possible, but there's going to be no DRS until next lap, so we got to dump the battery here. I think we've gained a couple tenths through this last sector. Piastri is the only other driver on the softs, at least in the top 5, so this is our most direct competition at the moment. He's technically in a faster car as well, but we've got no DRS here. All we can do is spam the battery and hope we can go for a move into turn 1. We're in the slipstream. We should be gaining little by little on Piastri. We're kind of far back, but I think we're gonna send it into turn 1 side by side, barely sneaking up the inside of Piastri and taking first place. DRS is enabled this lap as well, so that puts us back in full control of this race. We can do to Piastri what we did to Verstappen. Yeah, here comes the Red Bull around the outside. We've got a decent amount of battery just in case he slips away, but we will have DRS on the main straight and down into turn 1. So we should get this guy back pretty quickly. Here we go. We're going to breeze past the Red Bull here, switching to the outside, and we'll have the racing line for turn 1. A little bit wide through there, but back into first place, nice and easy. 5 laps to go. Oh, we got a yellow flag behind us. Oh, it's Leclerc out of the session. I assume a mechanical DNF for the Ferrari. Luckily, no safety car, but that's the least of our worries right now. We have Piastri on our tail. We're going to let him by into the final corner, and it's Fernando Alonso that sneaks up the inside from out of nowhere. We should have DRS on our teammate down the main straight, but he's absolutely running away. We're going to spam the battery in the slipstream. I don't know if we're going to be close enough for a move, but we're going to go for it anyway. Down the inside on our teammate, leaving plenty of space around the next corner, and we're back to a 1-2. Oh my god. Oh, there's another yellow flag behind us. I don't think that's because of Leclerc. I think this is someone else with a retirement. Doesn't seem like anybody crashed, so we're going to see someone else out of this race in just a moment, and it's Verstappen out of the race, and it's now at the VSC. What is going on here? This has been the craziest race ever. This is absolutely nuts. Okay, well, Verstappen out. That's obviously great news for us in terms of the championship. No points for Verstappen this weekend. He already bottled it once, and I guess it's a mechanical DNF for the Red Bull. And right now we're looking at a 1-2. What is going on? I hate trying to, like, police the delta. Oh, VSC ending. Oh my god, we get it. Get under the... Okay. Woo, that was really close. We almost had a penalty right there. Okay, resume racing. We've got, what, 3 laps to go, and a bit of a gap to the cars behind. But I'm just hoping that these softs hang on the rest of this race. Fernando's on the mediums, so by the end of the race, he should be faster. We might see a move from our teammate into turn 1 here. No DRS on the straight at the moment, so we're going to dump the battery here and defend the outside line. Here comes Alonso, gaining on us into turn 1, and we just got to beat him on the brakes into the first corner, which we do. And there we go, still in control, still in first place. DRS has been enabled, so we might have to get a little creative depending on how these next couple laps go, but there is a big group of cars at the front, so this is really going to come down to the last lap here. Anything could happen. I think we're going to play the team game a little bit here. If we let Fernando by like we've been doing, he won't have DRS, and he'll probably get swallowed up by the train of cars behind. So we're going to keep first place on the main straight, give our teammate DRS, and just try to defend from Alonso into turn 1. Regardless of what happens, we still end up in a 1-2, but here comes Fernando up the inside. We're defending the outside line on the faster tires, and again, we can beat Alonso on the brakes and keep first. That worked out exactly the way we needed it to. The tires still feel pretty good at the moment. They've held on a bit longer than I expected, but I think we're going to be at the point pretty soon where the mediums start to get faster. We're at the crossover point. 1 corner to go, and then we're on the final lap of what has been a crazy race, but we're not done yet. We're going to swap around once again and steal the DRS from our teammates. We're going to go nice and wide around this final corner. Let Fernando make his move up the inside. And there we go. We've got plenty of battery. We've got DRS. And we can comfortably take back first place on the final lap of the race. Still a 1-2 for the team. We are on track for our best result of the season. The best result you could possibly have in Formula 1. This race is definitely not over yet, though. It's probably going to be a drag race to the finish line. We're not going to give up the DRS on the final lap, but Fernando will have a great exit out of that final corner on those mediums, and he wants to win this race just as much as we do. Here we go. We got a quick left-hander coming up. We need a good line through here, and then we need to start absolutely flying and to start dumping the battery now. We need to create the biggest possible gap that we can to our teammate. He's going to have a little bit of DRS down the straight, and he's going to be chasing us to the finish line in a bit of a drag race. Around the final corner we go. Fernando right on our tail, dumping the battery yet again, and here comes Alonso in the slipstream with DRS, but it's not going to be close enough. We'll take home first in Saudi Arabia. Absolutely perfect race. 1-2 for the team. Fernando's first podium of the season. That was absolutely crazy. That race could have gone so many different ways, but we rolled with the punches pretty well. I mean, safety car, red flag, VSC, and we still came out on top, pretty much leading every lap, mostly. That's nuts. Oh man, that is fantastic. Maximum points for the team. Fernando's first podium, and yet another win for Brad Pitt. This is really going to boost us up in both the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors as well. We should be well ahead of Verstappen and well ahead of Red Bull in the Constructors as well. I mean, a lot is going to happen this season, I'm sure. We're only at the beginning, but this is definitely a good start. Well, nightmare weekend for Max Verstappen. That's definitely we get a nice little cushion going into the next round. Yeah, 38 points is the difference to Max. I mean, you can never count him out. Look what happened this year. So I'm not I'm not going to get too comfortable just yet. But we're ahead of Red Bull in the Constructors as well. That's perfect. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that race as much as I did. That was bonkers. That was that was a crazy race. But we're heading into the next round with a decent gap to Red Bull, both in the Drivers and the Constructors. Fernando now has the machinery to compete for podiums. We're looking pretty good at the start of this season. There's no telling what's going to happen, but this is a pretty good start.